Ooh, what is going on, y'all? Welcome back to another video. So today we are working on the F32. We're gonna be installing a new bumper, as you can see over here. The car has been already wrapped in white. Check out that V-brace underneath here. Oh my goodness, that looks sick. But yeah, the bumper I got over here is the M4 style bumper from European Motorsport. I actually vinyl wrapped this thing in a gloss white. Originally it came unpainted and primed in like this matte black color, which could have looked cool if I was going for a matte black look. But since everything's to be white, I decided to wrap it in white. I already switched over the grills for the front. These also are the F80 style double slit grills. And then I changed over the roundel. I put the black vinyl stickers on here to black it out. All the bottom vents and grills are installed. They're made out of plastic, which is kind of makes me feel a little weird about it. Like, I thought these were going to be metal. I did opt for the fog light delete grills for the sides, and then I put the little toe strap hook thing on here and my license plate. They're both just zip tied on there. Only thing left to do is to switch over the parking sensors into the holes. And yeah, I'm gonna get rid of these fog lights. That means the cables that connect to them, I have to like tie them up somehow. A couple of bolts in here. There are 2 bolts here, and then there should be 2 connecting the actual fender together. And behind this piece, there should be a cable connecting to the parking sensors and the fog light. And I just have to disconnect that. Then I'm gonna do the same thing to the driver's side. Then I'm gonna do all the bolts underneath the front bumper, which I might need to jack the car up because it's really low. And lastly, we're gonna remove the bolts on top of the bumper. Yeah, without further ado, let's go and remove this bumper. I'm using these Rhino ramps for the very first time. I didn't go all the way up because the car kind of stopped me from going because it said like it detected some car rolling, so it just stopped. But hopefully standing on the middle point should hold. I just hope it doesn't like crack, because I've seen horror stories of people having these break under them. I mean, it's better if I went all the way up, but the car, like I said, the car system detected that there was a roll and it just locked it in park. So yeah, I mean, it'll be quick. I'll just have to unbolt the bottom over here and we should be good. All right, check that out. Pretty simple. I disconnected the parking sensor, which was this cable down here, and then up here is the fog light, or it's the other way around actually. I don't have the washer fluid thing, that's why I don't have to remove that cable. And on the left side, I only have the fog light cable that I had to disconnect. Now, since I'm not using this anymore, I'll probably just like tie it up and like hook it on to something. There's like a little loop over here, so I can probably zip tie it. This is the standard F32 bumper, not the M Sport. And then we have the M4 style, so definitely a lot more aggressive. So basically there are 4 parking sensors, which are in these white tabs, and all the cables are actually connected into like one thing all the way down into here, which is what plugs into, you know, the actual car. Pop the tabs and it comes out like that. Now I do want to vinyl wrap this in white because right now it's in silver. It's not going to match the white on my new bumper. This actual housing, it comes with the new bumper. I just have to glue it on. It actually comes with like a double-sided 3M adhesive, so I just stick it on, pop these in after I wrap it. All right, quick update. The harness and the sensors weren't staying on the bumper because the glue just wasn't strong enough. This is actually a common issue that I've seen across a lot of people reinstalling parking sensors. So I plan to do this either in the future or just have a shop do it. Basically, my plan is to just JB weld it. I feel like there's no way of it falling off that way. Glue is just not good enough, even if it's a super strong adhesive. There's just so much tension on the harness itself, and also it's not a perfect fitment either. It doesn't even sit flush with it, so I think the best way to do it is to just use some JB weld and just force it on there. So in terms of the bumper, I guess I'll run it without the parking sensors. It's like half bolted in. The fitment isn't perfect. As you can see, there's a bigger gap here and it's really tight over here. You know, that's just aftermarket for you. Nothing's gonna fit exactly OEM, but I could fix that if I adjust the hood a little bit, if I just push the hood forward a little bit on this side or pull that side in a little bit, because this part is actually adjustable. You can adjust the strut. Now the parking sensors, without them it looks kind of ugly, I gotta say, with the black holes, but you know, I'll make do with what it is for now. But overall, the fitment of the bumper, I would give it like a 7 out of 10. The top lines up pretty well, but the bottom, you have to put a bracket in, which I did, and that is like, doesn't even line up perfectly either. There's a lot of stretching that I had to do, and I think the most difficult part is the sides. There's a lot of stretching. It doesn't fit in perfectly. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I dropped it down to like a 6.5 for fitment. All of these parts were made in China, so you know, it's not OEM spec. Now if I were to get the M Sport bumper, it might have fit better, but this is the M4 style, so it's completely different. I did have to actually remove the foam padding in front of the steel brace underneath because it wasn't fitting. It was just way too thick, and so now it's a little bit more hollow in here. I guess I do lose a little bit of protection, crash protection, so to speak. I mean, the steel bar is still there, so if I get into a crash, it's still going to protect me, but the foam padding that was there loses a little bit of an element of protection when you get into a crash. But other than that, I think this bumper, style-wise, definitely fits the F32 chassis really well. Even though I have the stock fenders and the stock hood, it still looks pretty good. I also have the M4 style 666M wheels. So it kind of really gives off the M4 comp look. Now I'm not trying to do a full-blown M4 conversion. I just like the M4 style bumper mainly. Here's my OEM bumper. It's going to be up for sale if anyone wants it. I did talk to the guys over at Keys Motorsport, and they told me that their M4 style bumper is a direct fitment without any adjustments. So I guess if you do want to get an M4 style bumper for your F32, I would suggest going to Keys Motorsports rather than this company because the fitment wasn't great. Oh, and this was the foam padding that was in front. It's a pretty thick pad, and as I was taking it off, it actually snapped. So this is where the tow hook goes actually. That's why there's a little cutout, but I'm not going to be needing this anymore. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.